Alrighty guys, it has happened. I got my pre-order, so it is D-Day. It's all kicking off. I ordered my dinner because I cannot be asked to make it tonight. I want nothing to deter from the experience that is A Court of Silver Flames. I haven't read the flap. All I know is that it's Nesta's story and I'm here for it. So, without further ado, I just cracked it open. I will say, like, initial observations, this is the best cover that we've had of the new cover illustrations. Like, this definitely is far and away like the best color palette they've chosen, the best picture on the front. So I'm in Canada, so I have the Indigo exclusive bonus content, which I believe is a Rhysand and Feyre story. So I'm going to gingerly as I can, but with one hand, remove my dust jacket. Put that bad boy away before I ruin it. And my entire night will be dedicated to probably just reading like the first sentence and gushing. Oh my God. Already read the dedication for every nest out there. Masterpiece. We have a little map. And we're here. Literally just read the first sentence, 10 out of 10. Go ahead, take it. Take all the awards, 10 out of 10. Calling it now, this will be the Goodreads winner. It just 100%. Okay, obviously this is like quite a chunky book and everything else is put on hold indefinitely until I finish it because like I'm not investing my time in any other book besides this one. So obviously this vlog is going to be a longer one because I'm going to stop and kind of like update what I think as I go. But yeah, so I just wanted to start it off, give my initial thoughts, which is like, I'm so excited. I don't even know what's going to happen, but I hope it is filled with loads of ridiculousness, loads of like mate, and loads of sex. Like, this is 750 pages. If there is not at least like 200 pages worth of hilarious sex scenes, then what am I doing here? What am I investing in? I'll be livid. I'm so excited. So here we go. My food is on the way. I'm committed. I am ready to be hurt again. Here we go. Okay, it's happening. I just filmed an entire clip. I don't know how it didn't save, but here we are. So I finished the prologue and chapter 1 of A Court of Silver Flame, and it's doing a really good job of just reintroducing us to the circumstances in which we left Nesta, how she might be feeling right now, and doing a good job of redescribing the trauma that she went through, giving us like a little hint of maybe a bit of internal dialogue, but like just a bit, and then pulling back enough that like we have intrigue. So we're seeing a little more into her psyche, but then pulling back. So it's just enough of a nibble to really intrigue the readers. I'm going to go take my contacts out now because my eyes are just the most dry, and maybe take a little shower and then read until I fall asleep. And I probably will not touch base again tonight, but I will touch base again tomorrow and give you my thoughts of where I have landed for the night. But the initial 25 pages, I'm all about it. I'm so happy with the little setup and I'm excited. But yeah, that'll be it for me for the night, and I will check back in with you guys when I have something to update with. Hello, so it's the next day. I work at 10:30 and I'm just, first of all, my partner made me these apple earrings, which are so cute, but I'm just reading some of A Court of Silver Flames before I go to work, and still really enjoying it, but I should mention this entire vlog is going to be one big spoiler. So if you don't want to know about it, I probably wouldn't watch this video because I just wanted to chat about my thoughts. But I got to the bit where so Nesta's just landed in the House of Winds, and Cassian's been assigned a book to train her and to be a courtier for the human queens. And basically he just met up with Mor to explain, like, she was there trying to get them to sign a peace treaty, and now Cassian's going, and she's describing her time there and saying, like, yeah, they're planning something, but I don't know what. And, like, the first thought I had was, well, if they're worried about something, why wouldn't Rhys go and just read their mind? Like, just go under the guise of, like, oh, here's a housewarming pineapple or, like, a housewarming cake. And do, like, so he could just suss it out that quickly rather than sending multiple people of multiple different courts, because they're human. And, like, the thought would be that they wouldn't be able to shield their minds. Am I off base here? I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm going to keep reading. I don't leave for another hour, and I'm going to use the whole time to read. So I will check back with you tonight when I have more to update. As we can see, my skin, atrocious. Never been worse. That's okay. So, because I have Sarah J. Maas. So I'm going to keep reading, but that was just, like, the initial thoughts I had, that I was just confused. I was like, what kind of dance are we doing here? Like, why don't you just read their minds and be done with it? I don't get it. I don't know. But I'm going to keep reading now. And I work 10:30 to 6:30. It's one of our short days because it's the weekend. So I'll be home before long. But yeah. Hello. So I am on page 200. Pardon the hair. It's air drying. I squeezed in every opportunity I could to read today, and I am on page 200. So I had work, so I didn't get to read obviously as much as I would like, but I wanted to give a couple of thoughts. First, still love Cassian. Great. I am loving the whys we're getting behind Nesta's frustrating actions, and I'm also really appreciating the lingering sort of moments we're getting to absorb her PTSD and the complicated relationships. So liking it so far, and I'll update you before the end of the night. Hello. So it's technically my weekend, which is weird because it's Sunday, but my weekend's all wonky because of inventory. But I wanted to check in with how I was doing with A Court of Silver Flames. So I'm currently on page 413. I'm absolutely loving it. I actually think, like, obviously the second book and the series is my favorite, but second to that, I'm actually really enjoying this one, which I'm kind of surprised about. I don't know why. I think it's because, like, generally I hated Nesta so much, but I think this book does a really good job of making me like her a little bit. So basically, Donald and I have a date night tonight. I'm gonna see if I can coax my big brother to play with me. Probably not tonight because it's Sunday, but tomorrow after he works. And besides that, literally all I'm going to do is read this book. I'm gonna finish it. I'm hoping tomorrow. I don't want to rush through it too much, but again, like I said, this is going to be a spoiler-filled vlog, so I really want to talk about where I'm at. So first of all, we can talk about the fact that this is 10 out of 10 an adult novel. She has really taken the kid, if we could even call it that, gloves off for the sexual content. So know that going in, that, like, there were some bits I was reading at work that I, like, had to shut the book, and I was like, I'm in public right now. That being said, the chemistry between Nesta and Cassian is wonderful. I think he's the character that he makes the most sense. to pair her with, and they really bounce off of each other very, very well. That's all of my update for now. After my dinner date with Dawn, I will sit down and kind of talk more thoroughly through how I feel. But for now, I'm going to take off these contacts, wash my face, have a nice little dinner date, maybe play some Mario, and definitely get back to reading tonight because I am absolutely loving it. It's just typical Sarah J. Maas. Like, I love it. Alrighty, so I have officially finished A Court of Silver Flames. It's just about 3:30, so my partner and I spent the day. We went out, tried to get lettuce for the guinea pigs, but our market is currently closed. So that will have to wait. And then we had a nice lunch and I finished this. So some last minute thoughts. I will say I did really enjoy it. I think I kind of touched on that earlier, that it is 100% adult. Definitely a reason why this got recategorized as of late. And I understand a little bit more deciding to switch up the cover so it can really remove itself from the previous installments of the series and rebrand itself. So definitely 10 out of 10, understand and agree with that decision. And following Nesta's journey, I had a lot of fun getting to understand her a little better, getting inside her head a little bit more. But I will say, in saying that, it still didn't make her my favorite character. There are still decisions that she makes throughout her story that really frustrate me right up until the end, that I just don't understand. In saying that, besides like the 10 out of 10 level smut of the book, it was more introspective than I thought it would be. They delve a lot more into PTSD and trauma and different ways of coping within that I thought was really interesting and gave Nesta a little more depth than what she was originally given. And of course, Cassian's always a lot of fun. He was one of my favorite characters in the original series, still remains one of my favorite characters. He's just a hoot. We got to see a little bit more of the motley crew that we meet in the first one. We get to see sprinklings of the other courts, but nothing like too much. This definitely is an installment in the series that heavily focuses on Nesta, heavily focuses on Cassian, and heavily focuses on the Night Court. So just understand that going in, that they do not really expand the world too much. It's definitely wholly and solely based in character development, and there is a little bit of action. There's small plot, but it definitely revolves around just Nesta, getting to know her story and the journey she takes after 10 years. Oh my god, not 10 years. 1 year after A Court of Frost and Starlight. So definitely had fun. I don't think I'll be rereading it anytime too soon, but I had a lot of fun reading it, and I will probably reread it when another one inevitably comes out, because I know we still have Elaine who will be getting a story, and I'm excited to see where that goes. I wish we did get to see a little bit more of Elaine, a little bit more of Lucian, and some of those dynamics within the friendships, but I understand this was a Nesta story. It's what we signed up for. So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I also thought it was really cool to get to expand within the Night Court's world a little bit and get a little more history within that and women within that society. So very cool. I will probably wait to give this my final numerical landing, like whether it's a 3 or a 4 or a 5, because I want to sit on it just a little bit, see how I feel. But my initial would probably be a 4, somewhere around that. And for the rest of the day, I'm going to start a new book, clean my house, do my laundry, and play some Mario with Donald. But I hope you guys had fun following me along with that one. I had a lot of fun doing it. And yeah, I had the Indigo exclusive So that was the story you get at the end with Feyre and Rhysand, which really, again, this is filled with spoilers, so really was just us getting to live in that moment when Feyre shares the information that she's pregnant with Rhysand's son. So that was really nice that we got back into their story for that small instance that we had heard about at the finale of the last series. So that was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go clean the house like a grown-up and then play Mario as a reward. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys have a fantastic week and or weekend wherever you are in the world, and that you are staying safe and staying happy. And I cannot wait to see what everyone else thinks about A Court of Silver Flames. Very excited.